and the probs that we've been talking about. So the probabilities you've kind of, I keep hinting at it in class, but at the same time, you've been mostly dealing with those probabilities in your projects. What I want to do today is I want to fuse that probability with the statistics we've been playing with. So I found some fun illustrations of what I want to talk about today. This GraphJam site is phenomenal. So I love this one.
Where did you get that?
It's GraphJam. It's a great site. It's full. I got a few more I want to share. And good, the fact that you're laughing means you understand how to read these things. Means you can. Yes. What is it? How to tell you? Yeah, here's this. Cute. There's some other good ones. Some other good ones in here. Good. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm old enough to remember when you heard one of those going off and you actually went to the car to see if something was wrong. That's when it was the converse of this. Yes, here's a good one.
Oh.
11 items or more. I love that. How many of you have been in this situation?
Sign up for a store card.
Oh, but if I have 20 of the same thing, that counts as one thing. Like, wow, that's kind of a good argument. You have one thing, just 20 of it. It becomes like meta-analysis at that point, doesn't it? Yeah, good.
Yeah, but you never see them get turned away, do you?
No. And nowadays, the express lanes are very often automated, so they don't turn themselves away. So, yeah. Anyway, something to think about. That site's great. It's full of wonderful ideas like that. So, everything you just looked at was called a pie chart, and statisticians very often poo-poo pie charts. Somebody in here, I think, may have put, was it this class or the other class, on your exam, when I asked for the misleading graphical interpretation, somebody put a pie chart on, which was a great, Vivica, thank you, it was great, right? Because, and what was the problem with pie charts?
It was that they were showing small percentages and acting like it was one whole thing. So
Exactly. It keeps, go ahead.
it was like the percent of criminals who were like released or who had done something.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 65% had done this, 60-something had done that.
Also, you're like, wait a minute, time out. What do the percentages you have to add to?
Yeah, 100.
They have to add to 100%. So a misuse of a pie chart is to not, see the idea of this somewhat comical one here is that you've got certain percentages that add up to a whole, right? Now, one criticism is if you don't use it that way, that's obviously misuse. What's the criticism of this kind of pie chart? The 3D pie charts. Say that again?
It expresses it. It expresses it.
Oh, good. You kind of lose the exactness. Now, the point of this isn't the exactness. The point of this is to look at something like that and be like, ha, I get it. 25% of us know the Y, 25% of us know the M, 25% of us know the C, 25% of us know the A, and then everything else is a little tiny red slot, which is basically 0%. But even that's misleading. I would say 100% of people know the YMCA part, and almost nobody doesn't know the rest. I think I said that wrong. You know what I'm talking about. So the idea sometimes is the fact that what do the slices represent? Can you even pull them? Can you even pull them off accurately? It's very often qualitative. It's very often qualitative versus quantitative, although you can do it quantitatively. Can you think of a better way, other than a pie chart, to do this? And I'll have this all posted for you on the website after I get back to the office today, so you don't have to write this stuff down if you don't want to. Can you think of a better way to show it? Say it again. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, you can throw like a histogram or a bar chart. I think, technically speaking, I think these are sometimes called bar charts versus histograms, and I'm being nitpicky here, and it's not important, but I think if you have qualitative stuff on the horizontal, it's termed a bar chart, whereas if you have numerical stuff, it's termed a histogram, I think. I could be wrong about that. It's not important anyway. Carly, go ahead.
Well, the problem with the pie chart, like that one, even as a bar chart, is that you don't know if they're different people.
Good. There's questions that get raised versus answers that are given in a lot of cases. You're right. And you should always be doing that anyway. Where was the sample? Was it all drawn from the same restaurant or the same supermarket? Exactly right. So sometimes bar charts or histograms are a nice way of looking at it. We're going to tend to fall into these for a couple reasons. Number one, pie charts are wonderful, but your TIs can't draw them. Excel can. And we're going to look at a couple of those later. I like them in certain instances. I think they suck in other instances. I think they're great when used in tandem with other representations, and I think I'll hopefully be able to show you. What I'm talking about in a little bit. So, did you catch that over here? What was on the vertical axis?
Yeah.
I snuck that in while you weren't looking. Probabilities. Back in the day, your book would call it relative frequencies. It's the same thing. Percentage occurrence. So in other words, if I want to keep track of the guys and the girls in this room, it looks like today we got about, I'd say, 20% guys and 80% girls. I can also say it a different way. There's 5 guys and there's 20 girls, right? That's saying the same thing, isn't it? 5 out of 25, that's 20%. 20 out of 25, that's 80%. But what I want to start doing today is putting them next to each other. So you have a frequency column like we've been doing, even up till yesterday, Tuesday. We were collecting frequencies, and I want to put relative frequencies with that too, and I want to kind of hit at why we would want to do that. Why would we want to talk about probabilities versus just raw frequencies? Carly, you're close with what you just said, actually. So, without further ado, grab your single die. Take one die. And what I'd like to do is do a little experiment. Take your single die.